Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello, grade 2s, and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa, and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is customs and building materials. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, it's very important for us to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and remember how to sanitize. Make sure that your whole hand gets sanitizer and that it's dry afterwards. Today's lesson is all about length, data handling, and multiplication. For our first exercise, boys and girls, let's turn to page 25. On page 25, we are doing present simple tense. Now, present simple tense is when we use words, doing words as they are happening, which means it's not the future or the past, but happening right now. The two flowers that we have words that are going to help us understand the present simple tense. Let's take a look at the first flower. The first flower has the word you, we, they, and I. Now, if we're going to say maybe I like ice cream, the present simple tense will tell us that we do not change the like. The like remains like without anything added. So I can say, you like riding your bike. We like movies. I like school. They like horse riding. So the first flower where you see the words you, we, they, and I. Our verb there does not change. We use the word like the way it is. But now the second flower has the words she, it, and he. For these three words, our flower makes the word like change into likes. Because we are dealing with the present, meaning something that is happening right now. So if I say, it likes sleeping. She likes movies. He likes toys. It is showing that whatever is happening right now. That's why it is the present. We also call it simple tense because all we are doing when we are now using other verbs is either adding s or es. So we're going to do our exercise and find out whether or not we're going to be adding s or es. Let's read number 1 together. It says, she dash volleyball. So, she dash volleyball. Now, if you take a look at our flower, we have the word she in the second flower. And we said that when we have that word, our like turns into likes, which means that we are adding an S. So our sentence will now say, number 1, she plays volleyball, which means she is doing it at the moment. It is not a past or a present word, a past or a future word, but a present word. So we are going to use S when we are writing the word play. So you're going to complete the sentence with the verb plays. Number 2, let's read it together, says, we dash our homework. We dash our homework. Now, let's take a look at the first flower. Remember we said the first flower when we have the words I, you, we, and they. The verb does not change. It remains the same. So the word do in the brackets that you can see stays do. So we say, we do our homework. Remember grade 2s, this is present simple tense, which means it's happening right now. We cannot say, we did our homework, because the word did is showing the past. So we are dealing with the present. Now let's try number 3. Number 3 says, they dash at that house. Now let's take a look at our flowers to see where the word they is. So if you can check on our flowers, we have the word they on the first flower. Now remember, we said any verbs from the first flower do not change. They don't have an S or an ES added to it. So that means that our sentence will read, they live at that house. So we do not change the word live because of the word they. So I'd like you to please write the word live the way it is for number 3. Let's do number 4 together. Number 4 says, you dash every day. Now let's take a look at our flower. The first flower is where the word you is. And remember, we said if you see the word you, we, they, or I, the verb that is used does not change. In this case, our verb is study. So we are going to write it the way it is because of the word you. So our sentence will say, you study every day. Remember grade 2s, this is present tense, which means something that's happening right now. So we do not use the word studied or studies because we are talking about what happened right now or what is happening at the moment. The rest of them I want you to try and use by yourselves. Remember, when you are making your sentences, you can always check whether or not you're using an S or an ES if it is for this flower, the one that has he, she, or it. But if it is for any of these words, I, you, we, and they, the verb that you are going to see in the brackets does not change. So take your time, especially if you're deciding whether it's S or ES, because some of the spellings are wrong and you need to check before you write it. Have fun, say the sentences out loud, read them, and check with the flowers before you move on to the next one. I will see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
For our last exercise, boys and girls, let's turn to page 26. On page 26, we are going to be doing measurement. And this time around, we are dealing with length. Now, length in this case is either longer or shorter. And I want us to first discuss what longer or shorter means. So, when we talk about longer, we're talking shorter. We are talking about something that is small. But because we're big boys and girls, we are going to be using the term shorter. Now, shorter can either be this way or upright this way. So when we're comparing things, we know that shorter means this way or upright. So it can either be lying down or upright. That way we can still measure it in length. Then the next word that we're going to be using is longer. Now, longer means that it is either bigger or taller. So we can measure length by saying longer, either lying down or upright. So these are the two that we are going to be using for our exercise today. Let's take a look at number 1 to see what words we can use. So the first one says, let's read together. The key is dash, then the paper plane. Let's read it again. The key is dash, then the paper plane. Now you can see that we have two pictures there. The first one is the paper plane, and the second one is a key. Now, in the sentence that we just read, it is talking about the key. So we are comparing the key to the paper plane. Is the key longer than the paper plane, or is it shorter than the paper plane? I would like you to please write your answer on the dotted line. Let's read the sentence again. The key is dash, then the paper plane. So that means you are going to be looking at the key and deciding whether or not it is longer or shorter than the paper plane. The next one says, let's read it together. The screwdriver is dash, then the pizza part. The screwdriver is dash, then the pizza part. Now let's take a look at the pictures. On top there we have the screwdriver, and below it we have the pizza slice. Do we now say that the screwdriver is longer, or do we say that the pizza part is shorter? I'd like you to please write your answer on the dotted line. The next two I want you to read by yourselves and fill them in correctly. Remember to take your time, look at them carefully, because when we're measuring, we are using our eyes this time. So take a good look at both pictures and then decide which one is longer and which one is shorter. have fun, and I will see you after our advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls. I had so much fun with you. And remember, if you don't know or you're not sure, it's okay to ask for help. Make sure you finish your exercises by yourself and check that your answers are correct before your teacher or the adult that is with you marks. Now that we are done, we need to sanitize. So please take your sanitizer and rub your hands nicely. Very good. Remember to rub inside, around your hands, in between your fingers and on your wrists. I think someone has been coming in and out of the classroom. I'm not sure where he is right now. Zashi, where are you? Oh, hello Zashi. How are you today? Are you okay? That's good to know. So, from Zashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye!
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF for Every Child, My Zone Online School, and Amos Meerkat Syllabus.